What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol CRSR for Corsair Gaming. On the left-hand side, we're looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, we have the 30-minute intraday time frame. Clearly, there was a spark of volatility on today's trading session. You can see into the end of the day, from the 30-minute perspective, there was a pretty significant ramp higher. But since we haven't covered this one yet on the channel, as you know, what we're going to do is just start by mapping out obvious areas of support and resistance from the daily perspective. So for now, just kind of seeing this little range that we were trading in here kind of came up to the top, and if there's any sort of breakout up and out of it, I would imagine that starts to act as resistance. Next major one would be prior support / resistance, this kind of area here closer to 32 the whole dollar. So those are some very quick and dirty supports and resistances from the daily perspective. Now let's shift the focus over to the 30-minute, see if we got it right. Are we missing anything? And I would argue, you know, this is certainly going to be in play down there, 26. That is kind of the floor here. But if we zoom in a little bit, we can see if we get a back test of this area here, which is almost, the breakout point, if you will, you can see that it was also the high of the day from the morning. If we get a back test there, it should offer some support, simply noting that prior resistance, this is a fundamental principle of technical analysis, prior resistance should act as support when tested from the top side down, right? So keep in mind, we have 27.78. What I'm curious to do now, though, is to take out our Fibonacci retracement tool and go from the low of the move, essentially, all the way on up to the high and just kind of see where the 38.2 is. So you can see right here, first blue line is the 38.2. That's the first area we want to see respected on any pullbacks. And what happened in the last 30-minute session of the day? Well, you can see we went right to it to the T here at 28 the whole dollar just about. So I would keep that on your radar as potential support going forward. What I'm going to do is just throw on a regular level there. We will clean up the Fibonacci's, although it is interesting that the 50% retracement coincides with these two highs. So that's an icing on the cake, if you will, to remember that that is an area of support there. But we'll remove that, and now we just have a couple of levels to pay attention to. So looking forward into the remainder of the week, if we consolidate up here, that's the most bullish activity. We're looking for a breakout up and over 28.67, simply because that was prior support from the daily, then flipped resistance. And if we break out here, we would technically be breaking out of this, which is a balance area. And when we break out of balance, generally the target is a doubling of whatever that given range is. And we can see that structure is going to be more important than balance rules in this case, because we do have resistance and a structural area here at $30.29. So that is the upside target. After that, sure, you can monitor for continuation into about this 32 mark. To the downside, if 28 fails, you have a line in the sand here at 27.78. If we go underneath that, I would argue the next major zone for you to pay attention to would be down here at 26.90. Call it 27 if you like nice round numbers. Anything underneath that, well, let me put it this way, right? If we fail to break out here, then I would argue we stay choppy in this zone. I wouldn't really look for too aggressive of a trade. I would really wait for the breakout to build and maybe some more structure to test our 28.67, looking for the long breakout up and out of that. So those are my thoughts here on CRSR. The chart does look pretty good. Again, this move higher was supported by really solid volume in the afternoon, so we'll see if we can get some upside continuation. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new today, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.